In the heart of every great medieval city, from Cairo to Damascus, from Baghdad to Algeria, there was a pulse. Not the sound of armies or kings, but the hum of voices, the clang of copper, the smell of spices, and the rhythm of trade. This was the Bazaar, the living heart of the Islamic world. Welcome to Voices of the Bazaar, where we step beyond palaces and chronicles to discover the lives of those who truly built these cities: the merchants, the artisans, the traders, and the dreamers. Imagine walking through a medieval Islamic city around the 12th century. The morning call to prayer fades into the air, and narrow streets awaken with movement. Shopkeepers unroll carpets, metalworkers light their forges, and the scent of cardamom, dates, and leather fills the wind. Every city had its marketplace, but this wasn't just a place to buy and sell. It was a living network, connecting continents and cultures. From Andalusia in the west to Samarkand in the east, the merchants of Islam built a global web of trade. They brought silk from China, ivory from Africa, glass from Syria, spices from India, and manuscripts from Persia. Here, a merchant could hear 5 languages in a single hour. Arabic was the tongue of trade, but alongside it, one could catch whispers of Persian, Greek, Berber, and Turkish. These markets didn't just move goods, they moved ideas, technologies, and beliefs. Commerce was not chaotic. Markets operated under a system guided by Islamic law, fairness, and community trust. Inspectors known as the mutasib walked the streets, checking the quality of goods and honesty of scales. Fraud was more than a crime, it was a sin. Prophet Muhammad himself was a merchant, and his teachings shaped the ethics of trade for centuries to come. Each craft had its place. Textile sellers near the city gates to catch travelers, metalworkers in their noisy alleys, perfume sellers near mosques, bookmakers and scribes close to the scholars' quarters. And above them all, a network of guilds maintained order, protecting trades, setting prices, training apprentices. To be part of a guild was not just a job, it was an identity, a brotherhood. Merchants were also explorers. They crossed deserts and seas, following routes older than memory. They carried not only goods but knowledge: astronomy from Persia, mathematics from India, medicine from Egypt. Wherever they went, they built caravanserais, roadside inns that dotted trade routes, where travelers from 3 continents could share a meal and a story. Unlike Europe's feudal lords, many Islamic cities had merchants as power players. A wealthy trader could fund a mosque, support a scholar, or influence a governor. Commerce was prestige. Wealth, when earned through trade and generosity, was seen as a blessing, not greed. Around the merchants were the artisans, the invisible hands that made luxury possible. Potters, glassmakers, weavers, perfumers, their art defined the beauty of the age. Yet most of them never saw beyond their cities. Their stories, unlike the rulers they served, remain unrecorded, but not forgotten. As the sun sets, the last deals are struck. Shops close, lamps flicker, and the air carries a scent of rosewater and ash. Tomorrow, it will all begin again, a cycle of trade, faith, and human ambition that lasted for centuries. The bazaar was more than a market. It was a mirror of civilization, where the pulse of daily life beat stronger than any throne.
In the next episode of Voices of the Bazaar, we leave the marketplace and step into the homes of ordinary families to discover how they lived, loved, and learned behind the city walls. If you believe that history isn't just about kings, but about people, subscribe and join us as we uncover the stories that time forgot.